Transparent Tuesday. So our high today is going to be 70 degrees. Now we're live on Facebook and YouTube. So come on and join us and get all this great information coming up right after this message right here. But your weather was brought to you by Applewhite Movers.
Hi, this is DJ Batiste with Committed, and today's message of praise from the New Living Translation of the Bible is 2 Timothy 1, verse 7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline. Get your message of praise at wjou.org. I'm DJ Batiste, and I am Oakwood University Radio.
It's 8:30 in the Tennessee Valley, and I'm so excited to have two beautiful women here in the studio with me who are going to be talking about a very important project for the holiday season with Operation Christmas Child. So welcome to Breakfast Chat, Lydia Munoz Pond.
Good job.
Did I get it right? Munoz Pond. And also Renee Gilliand. And they're volunteers with Operation Christmas Child. And I want to introduce this to a lot of people because I don't know. I'm today years old and really trying to figure out what this program is and reading about it and loving it. And I can't remember if I knew about it already or I'm just learning about it. But anyway, we love the program. So tell us about how this project started. Okay. And tell us what it is, because it's about shoeboxes for Christmas.
It is.
Okay.
Operation Christmas Child is a ministry of Samaritan's Purse, which is an international relief organization. And about 30 years ago, Franklin Graham was contacted about sending shoeboxes to children in Bosnia, which was torn apart by a war at that time. And that's how it started. Mm-hmm. Since then, in the past 30 years, we've sent over 230 million shoeboxes to over 150 different countries around the world. Each of these shoeboxes is filled with toys and school supplies and hygiene items, but more importantly, when each child gets their shoebox, they hear the story of Jesus in their own language, and they are given a little book in their own language that tells them about God's love for them and how Jesus came to this earth to save us from our sins.
Wow. So this has been, the shoebox program has been around for 30 years? 30 years and over almost 300,000 youth.
No,
million. 300 million. I mean, I can't wrap my mind around it.
232 million, I think.
Wow.
Last year alone, 11.9 million shoeboxes were distributed in 110 different countries last year.
And where do they go?
They go to the ends of the earth.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, one of our driving forces is to try to get to unreached people groups, people that may have never heard the gospel. And sometimes the shoeboxes can open doors to places that are not open to missionaries on a regular basis. I love to tell stories about children that have gotten shoeboxes, and one of them was in a remote village in Africa. And at first, the witch doctor, who was the chief of that village, said, "We don't want your Jesus." But when he heard about the shoeboxes, he said, "Well, all right, you may bring the shoeboxes for the children, but don't bring Jesus."
Wow.
Well, of course, Jesus is a part of every shoebox distribution. And his grandson was one of the children that received a shoebox. And after he got the shoebox and heard the gospel, this child's life changed. His attitude changed. And the grandpa came back and said, "We want to know more about this Jesus," and ended up donating some of his own land under a tree for them to start a church meeting.
Wow.
So lives have been changed. Churches have been started, all because of a simple shoebox. And for people just like you and your listeners who have put together a few things to delight a child and to give them a tangible expression of God's love for them.
Wow. So this is really about spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ around the
Amen.
world. So the books that they get, that's what Samaritan's Purse provides, the books, or does that is that provided by a sponsor?
No, Samaritan's Purse provides these books in each child's language. We ask that each box contain a donation of $10 to help with the shipping and processing fees.
Okay.
You know, it takes a lot to get things all the way across the ocean
Yeah.
to Venezuela and Zambia.
Mm-hmm.
And so that $10 not only covers the shipping to get the boxes there, but it covers those books that the children have in their own language. It looks a little bit like a comic book.
Okay,
With
I
colorful.
want Lydia to show us one of these boxes.
Yeah.
Can you, 'cause, I mean, show her. Let's
Yeah,
let's
that'd be
see what it
great.
looks like. Because now, when it started, I'm sure it didn't look this fancy, did it?
It did not. And you don't have to have a
fancy.
box that looks like this.
This is
Choose your own
gorgeous.
box too.
Okay.
So
Speaking of,
this is kind of
speaking of mic, there you go.
this is kind of an example what it could it
Yes.
can come in the box. You know,
Okay.
little things like pencils, crayons, notebook, and some gift for a boy. Let's
Oh,
say in this
wow.
case it's a boy.
Yes.
You know, some dinosaur, little,
Okay.
you know.
Also, you can put
and-
toiletries. This is a toothbrush. You can put
Yeah,
that in there, too?
toothbrush.
Okay.
The only thing we cannot put is any kind of like liquid,
Liquids, so like,
like
lotions. and-
lotion or hand
toothpaste.
lotion, toothpaste,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
or hand sanitizer
Mhm.
or fragrance, any kind, of course.
So
because
nothing
it
liquid
travels.
is really
Nothing
what you're saying.
liquid.
You-
And then
but
a little jacket or a little
Oh, wow.
blanket, a little hand towel or washcloth. You know, it's like here is a cryo.
So school supplies
Yeah,
look like
it's
are in
just-
there. Some toys.
Yeah, it's
and-
toys. Nothing sharp, of course.
Right,
you know.
right.
We are not encouraging any violence.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's just.
So let's
basically
talk about
it.
that a little bit. You said nothing was violence. Just to be clear, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, it's because we try to show the best of everybody
Mhm.
and showing that it's love. It's
Mm-hmm.
not about encouraging the kids or the whoever receive it to be violent.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's just to be around love and give love and
Okay.
receive love.
Okay.
When they receive this, they receive love.
Right.
But then
and nothing
if they,
that directs them to
yes.
violence.
Yeah,
or
nothing
any-
that
so
encourages
no toy
them.
guns and
No.
right.
Well, it's just kind of show them what love is.
Yes. Yes.
And of course, like Renee said, is with the book that they have, they get the option to take the journey. Each 12 weeks,
Mhm.
they take in their own language and they learn what Jesus is, what
Wow.
is, why he came to this earth, what he forgave us. He gave his own life, and he gave us a new life. With love and understanding and love for each other.
Yes. You want to say something, Renee?
I just wanted to say that for many of the children that receive these boxes, war is not a game.
Right.
Our boxes go to places that have been hit by natural disasters, that are torn apart by war. Children have received boxes in refugee camps and other places like that. And so for them, a toy that looked like a soldier or whatever might
Right,
be
would-
frightening, might
yes.
not be something that made them joyful.
Right.
But one of the things that's been great about that is also knowing that you're bringing children comfort that are in these situations.
Right.
A couple of years ago, when there was the war in Ukraine, some of our shoeboxes had not been given out by the time that Russia invaded the Ukraine. And we were able to give those boxes to children that were in shelters
Oh,
as they were fleeing the
wow.
country.
Wow.
One little girl said that the flashlight in her shoebox had been a blessing because it was the only one they had in their bomb shelter while they were hiding during the war.
Oh, wow. So these shoe boxes are not necessarily always linked to Christmas then, right? Or around the Christmas time. I mean,
Right.
everybody doesn't celebrate Christmas, though, but in all of these countries that it's going to?
That's correct, and it's mainly because of the time it takes to ship them and get them through customs and get them to their destinations. These shoeboxes go in lots of different ways. They may go by camel or elephant or canoe
Oh, wow.
Sometimes they are carried on people's shoulders miles and miles over dusty trails.
Wow.
And so they don't reach there by December 25th. But, you know,
Right.
Jesus came at Christmas, but he's here for us every moment of every day.
Amen. So this is really just like you said, sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ around the world. Has it been in every country around the world? Has it been sent to every country? 110?
110 was last year.
Oh,
Over the
wow.
course of the 30 years, it's been like 150, I think.
Wow.
But there are some countries that shoeboxes don't go to. And matter of fact, the United States is one of those. We are a
Really?
sending country, not a receiving country.
Isn't that something?
But
Okay.
yes, you know, apparently we're just trying to reach places that have not heard about Jesus and places where it is hard for missionaries to spread the gospel.
And some of the items that are going to be in the boxes, I can just imagine that it may go to a child who has getting something in their box they've never seen before. Does that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What, they don't even know what it is, maybe.
Like she said, is a flashlight.
Yes.
And it was needed at some point. You know,
Right.
it just arrived at the exact time and the precise time, and
Right.
she used it like I showed you the little dinosaur
Yes.
to build it. You know,
Yeah.
it's fun for them
Wow.
to open and find things that are fun and usable, and they can enjoy it to
Wow.
painting or building or drawing. So it's to discover that
Wow.
somebody somewhere care for them.
Yes.
We've also heard lots of stories about children who got things that we take for granted that turned out to be precious to them.
Really?
For example, we've had a number of children who were in an orphanage when they received their box, and they said having their own toothbrush was a real blessing because they had been sharing with like
Ooh.
10 other children.
My goodness.
And who of our children would be happy to get a
Right,
toothbrush for
right.
Christmas?
That's
But
great.
for them, it was a true blessing and a prize to have this that was their very own.
So how does this work? We're going to talk about that now, because now as I'm thinking, WJLU has a couple of these boxes now, and so it makes me rethink what should go into the box. Should we really think about it, or should we just put whatever we want to put in the box for a girl or a boy for a certain age group? How should we really shape our thinking about what we select to go?
It depends on the.
I'm sorry.
It depends on what age, what gender, first of all, a boy or a girl. It goes from different ages, from 2 to 4, from 5 to 9, from 10 to 14, I believe.
Yeah.
And then you choose what you want to, the gender at the age. According to that, you put the things in the box. Like I said, toothbrush or crayons if it's for a little girl or a little boy, pair of socks for a girl or a boy, either one, a washcloth or a little blanket if it's for a young girl, or maybe a little shirt, even shirts,
Clothes, can put
It doesn't
clothes in.
have to
Okay.
be, the point is, I don't think it has to be like so fancy and, it's just to show the love
So
that we are
basic
sending. A little
essentials
shirt or a
right.
little blanket, like I said.
Things that we probably take for granted here.
Exactly.
They would appreciate
That's exactly, like Renee said, many of us, we don't say, oh, well, I got the toothbrush. I said, I can go and buy it. Well,
Right.
but they can't.
Right.
They
right.
can't. And they are receiving it like free and say, somebody's loving me.
Right.
I got my own toothbrush,
Okay. And we want to get quality items too, right? We don't, go ahead.
One of my favorite items to put in a shoebox is a soccer ball. Of course, you got to let the air out of it. A soccer ball and pump, because
Okay.
that is the number one sport in the world.
Wow.
And one of the stories that I heard, I think just last year, there was a a town where the children had been saving coconuts, and they were going to sell these coconuts to buy one soccer ball for the whole village.
Wow.
They had a distribution, and they heard the gospel, but when they opened their boxes, 12 boys had gotten soccer balls, and they were so thrilled.
Excited
This
about it.
whole
Yes.
village was on fire
Wow.
because of that, and it was just an answered prayer to these little boys, and for their parents to see God seeing them and knowing what they wanted and all. So I would say the number one thing to do is to pray about what to put in your box.
Amen.
Ask God to help you pick just the right thing, and you'll find that God has a way of getting
Wow.
things
exactly what they
exactly
need.
what they need.
Wow. All right, so let's talk about how do we get involved. Somebody listening right now maybe wants to be a part of the Operation Christmas Child and get the shoebox. If you come on Facebook or YouTube, you'll see the shoebox here. We're going to put it back up here just so they can see it. And it's not very large, but it's a good size. So you can get some really good things in there. So tell us how this works for anybody who may be thinking now that they want to be a part of getting a shoebox and having it shipped to someone, a child around the world.
Well, they can go into SamaritansPurse.org, and they can find places, the churches, different churches, different schools,
Okay.
and different other organizations. They are involved in this really great journey, and they can sign up, or they can go to their church and they can pick up the box.
Okay. So there's several locations in the
There are several,
in the
yes.
city. And they're all at churches, right?
Churches, like I said, churches, organizations,
Okay.
schools, yeah.
Okay. All right. And also, if you could share with us how, okay, so you said go to Samaritan. What is the website? We're going to
SamaritansPurse.org.
SamaritansPurse.org, and you can get more information about that. You can sign up. Looks like you can actually complete a box online. Can you do that?
You can. You can build a box online for just $30. You go through and check what you would like to put in your boxes, so you still have some control over what goes in there, and then what age child you send it to, and whether you send it to a boy or a girl. And they will send these, and those boxes go to some of the countries that are the hardest to reach. They have special security measures about what can and cannot go, what's culturally appropriate. And so when you pack a box online, you know that you are reaching somebody who may never have heard the name of Jesus before.
Wow, wow. And that's what we love about this the most.
Amen,
Sharing that,
amen.
the love
Yeah,
of Jesus
yeah.
around the world. So
National
yes, go
National
ahead.
Collection Week starts on November 17th. So get you a shoebox, fill it up with good things, toys, school supplies, and hygiene items, and go online to www.SamaritansPurse.org, and you can put in your zip code and find the drop-off location the closest to you,
Okay.
and what hours they are open. And then you just take your box by there, say a prayer, and we will take it the rest of the way.
You could put a personal note in there.
Oh,
can
yes.
you?
Children
Okay.
love those.
Really? Personal note, personal ideas, and gifts and things like that as well. So
Yeah.
WJLU, we're going to do this. WJLU and our listeners are going to do this. We have 3 boxes right now.
Yes.
So all of our listeners out there right now, all I want you to do is, we have 3 boxes, but if you bring more, we're going to get more boxes. But we have 3 boxes that we want to fill, and we want to send out to a child somewhere around the world to delight them and to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with a young person. And there's, like I said, it could be a boy or a girl item for 2 to 4 years old, 5 to 9 years old, and 10 to 14-year-old children. So WJL listeners, we're doing this, right? So I want you to come by WJLU, drop off your items. You got an idea of what you can drop off. Drop off your items here at WJLU. We're located at 4920 University Square, Suite J, right here in Huntsville. So again, that address is 4920 University Square, Suite J in Huntsville. WJLU is joining this team for Operation Christmas Child, and we're going to start collecting items for children around the world. So again, it starts on the 17th, but we're starting right now to collect. Okay.
The collection Christmas,
Right.
the collection and the National Collection Week is through
The
17
17th.
to the 24.
Right. And
But
okay.
we have to start gathering all
Exactly.
the items before, and just when the collection week comes, just drop them off
Right,
at the
right.
drop-off locations.
Right.
We have several drop-off locations here in Huntsville. We have six locations. They're in Gurley, and Madison.
Yeah.
We have Meridianville and Memorial Parkway. There are several locations.
So many locations.
And they can just come by and they can go into the website and find out the right location for them,
Yeah.
the closest one, and in the hours that
All
we
right.
are open. But the most important thing for all this is after you fill up the box, like Renee said, we have to pray about
Yes,
it and
absolutely.
pray that this box that we are sending with our hearts, it has to go to the right child and take the journey to know Jesus more
Right.
deeply
Right.
with love.
All right. So that's what's happening with the Operation Christmas Child and the shoe boxes filled with delightful items for a child around the world. They begin collecting on the 17th of this month through the 24th. And so for WJLU, if you want to be a part of this and bring some items, bring your items to the radio station to go into our boxes. We're located at 4920 University Square, and we want you to come on and bring them in. You can start bringing them in now. If you're on your way, to the store, and just pick up a few items and bring them. Just make sure they're items for a child between 2 and 14 years old, and a boy or girl. And we're going to... Huh?
They have to be new.
And they have to be new.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. Yes. New items. We want to collect here for the radio station. If we have more than enough for 3 boxes, we'll just ask for more boxes and continue to fill them up so we can
hook
send
you
as
up.
many as
Yep.
we can. Yeah, they're going to hook us up. No problem. Well, thank you, ladies, for coming in and talking to us about this beautiful program. We love it.
Thank you very much
Thank
for all the
you.
opportunity, and we just want to share the gospel and share the love for God.
And that's what we're all
Okay.
about. We have that
Thank
same
you.
mission, sharing the
Yes,
love of
that's
God
right.
and sharing the
Yes.
gospel around the world. And what a beautiful way to do that with these shoe boxes and reaching the children, the little
Yeah.
ones, with those stories of Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Merry
Thank you.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you all.
Thank you guys for coming in. We'll be back with more music after this.
Si está enfermo con el COVID-19 o cree que podría haberlo contraído, tome medidas para ayudar a proteger a las otras personas para que no se enfermen.